Hi everybody, and welcome to my Karthus gameplay video. It's not really going to be like a guide, more so just like how I play Karthus personally. It's just I feel that Karthus is like one of the most underrated champions in the League of Legends, and I say this because no one has ever seen me play him. So essentially, he's very good, and I really like him. So as you can see, I started off with a sapphire crystal. It gives me 200 more mana, and more mana on Karthus is probably essential. It's standard. It's standard Karthus play because his Q is a spammable ability. As you can see, it's a 0.91 second cooldown at level 1. And that just means that I can spam it every 0.9 seconds because that's when it cools down. And if I'm not spamming it, then I'm not playing Karthus correctly. And when I'm spamming it, it lowers my mana because as you can see, it has a 20. It costs the mana. It costs 20 mana, and when I use it, it puts 20 mana down. And that's why I use the sapphire crystal at the start. Okay, so as you can see, we have a pretty standard team setup. It's Talon, Nunu, Karthus, Tarek, Ashe. Let me just say a few things. Nunu is jungling. He's gonna be clearing the jungle, and he's not gonna be in any of the. So as you can see, I pull the golem for him because he needs it. He needs a pull because if he doesn't have a pull, then he can't do it. Okay, anyways, standard last hitting. Essentially, I just try and kill the creep with the last hits. I'm just gonna turn the volume down because my ears are very sensitive. What's it? Okay. So essentially, you just have to last hit. It's very standard Karthus play. Last hitting is very Karthus-like because you get gold when the minion dies. You get gold. So as you can see, Talon is laning against two people because their team is very inexperienced and don't have junglers. Junglers are essential to this meta game because they allow you to have a solo lane. So both of our healths are very low because we exchange a lot of blows, but that's something that Karthus just does. If you exchange blows with the other enemy, then you're always going to win because lay waste is on a 0.91 second cooldown. So as you can see, I tried to ulti him there, but wasn't expecting him to eat the minion. When he eats the minion, he gets back health, and I don't get any health for it. But since the bottom lane got a kill, I get an assist for it, and that'll help me out a lot in the later game because assists are what make Karthus money, and money makes Karthus items, and items makes Karthus do more damage when he presses R. Now, I'm just going back to base. I'm probably going to pick up some items and then teleport back into my lane and make sure everything's okay with everything. Let's see what I pick up. I picked up a Tears of Goddess. What a Tears of Goddess does is, it makes me spam my Q more. And when I spam my Q more, I put in a lot more damage per second. Now, I say damage per second because lay waste is on a 0.91 second cooldown. So it's not even 1 second. So every time I spam lay waste, I'm doing more damage per second than I am doing it with a longer cooldown. Now as you can see, Cho'Gath is getting baited into a gank currently. Nunu comes out and he Qs him and to slow him down. Now, what I do is I put on my E and spam Q a lot. This makes the enemy's health go down. Now, since Nunu is very bad at the video game that we're playing right now, then we didn't get the kill. But if it was an experienced jungler, then he would have gotten the kill. Synth is coming to gank me now. I put down my wall to slow both of the enemies, and I continue to go around the brushes. Nunu is still jungling, so I'm going to make sure that he's okay before I go back into my lane. Now, I see Sid's just pushing with Cho'Gath, so I go back into my lane because they're not going to gank him because I see where they are. Now, Ashley just fired an arrow at Cho'Gath and hit him. So what I do is I put on my E, I put on my Q, and I spam damage on him. Nunu gets flinged by Singed, and he tries to go near the turret, and I get the kill on Singed with my Q. I didn't get the kill on Singed with my Q. Now, let's talk a little bit about my skill order. What I do is, I put 1 into Q, 1 into E, 1 into W, then I spam Q. This is a very essential build for Karthus. Q is one of his most damage per second items, as we talked about earlier. Now, Cho'Gath tries to go in and eat me, but I survive with little bit of health because Flash is the best skill in the game. I ulti and Cho'Gath dies, giving me the kill and 300 gold to buy items with. Now, when I have very low health like that, I like to go back to base to get more health and mana. When I go back to base, I press B, and it gives me more health and mana when I go back into the fountain. This is very essential Karthus play, and it's very standard for every Karthus, because health and mana are the most essential things. Mana, you need for your Q spam. Your Q spam, it does the most DPS, damage per second, and health makes you more survivability, because when people try and hit you, you don't want to die, you want to kill. Now, this is very essential Karthus play. I spam my Q while putting on my E to harass the enemy Cho'Gath. This makes his health go down, and my health stays good. When his health goes down, I can essentially ulti and get the kill. We'll see what happens. Now, as you can see, I am currently teleporting to my mid lane. While Nunu hits on Cho'Gath, I try and come up for some Q spam. I get a few Qs off, but it doesn't really do much damage, because Nunu sucks. Now, I'm going up to top to initiate a gank, since Nunu sucks. Since it's a 2v1 lane, it's very easy for me to gank it because they're always constantly pushing. Papa Whiskey ultis, and we get the kill on Pantheon. Now, I'm spamming my Q and my E, and we're trying to get the kill on Singed, and I pick it up with my Q. That is a successful gank from mid Karthus. Now, me and Talon are going to be heading to middle lane. Middle lane is very vulnerable to a gank right now because Cho'Gath is very pushed up. As we go in for the kill, Nunu is harassing him with his auto attack. He slows him and I put my wall on top of him, spamming my Q and putting on my E. We don't get the kill, but we harass him a lot, and I ulti to try and do something, and it didn't work because I don't remember why I ultied. That was, I don't know. Oh, so from reading from the chat, apparently I pressed R instead of E. I tried turning off my E, but instead, my fat long fingers hit the R button. Now as you can see, Cho'Gath is Mia from the lane. This either means that he's ganking, or he's going back to base and getting more items. So, I portal back to base to regenerate my mana and to buy some more items. I end up buying full boots. Full boots are essential standard Karthus play. They give me 20 magic penetration for when the enemy has magic resistance. This penetrates my ulti through them, guaranteeing me the kill. Now since our Nunu sucks, I'm gonna be stealing his blue. Blue is very essential on Karthus because Karthus is very mana reliant. He spams his Q a lot because his Q is the most DPS. His Q currently has a 44 mana at level 5. This means that every time I cast it, it drains 44 of my mana. I have blue buff now, so every time it drains my mana, it will regenerate because I have blue buff. Now this is a fight that Ash initiated with her arrow. As you can see, I'm spamming my Q as much as possible, trying to get Sin's HP down. Nunu comes in to slow Leona, while I keep my E on to kill these creeps. I also keep spamming my Q on Leona to try and grab the kill, but she gets away with low HP. That doesn't matter, because my ulti kills anyone with a very low HP anywhere on the map. I end up getting the kill for Leona and getting this turret down with my friends. We end up going to Dragon and try and take it. Now, Dragon is very easy for a Karthus to take, because his wall, it lowers the armor and magic resistance of the Dragon, allowing me to kill him faster with my Q and E on. Constant damage is a constant thing, and constantly helping the team do stuff. Ash gets caught out of balance, But our Nunu ends up trialing his ulti for a full duration, helping us get their health down very low. Papa Whiskey comes in with Talon and ultis their whole team. I flash to get the kill, and we try and kill Pantheon. And now I'm sitting in the bush trying to regenerate my HP while trying to spam Qs on Singed also. This helps out a lot. We get a bunch of kills and we come out on top in that team fight. Now, as you can see, Papa Whiskey is trying to harass Cho'Gath out. Harassing is a very standard essential thing in a game with the Karthus. Once you have their health down, you can essentially ulti them, getting you the full kill. As you can see, I am sitting in base spamming my skills. What this does is, it charges up my Tears of Goddess. Tears of Goddess, every time you do a spell, it gives you mana. And you can get a full mana of 1000. Having more mana is essential on Karthus because you can scam your Q more. Now, this fight is initiated by Ash's arrow. They're trying to take down a turret, but it's not working. I'm going in and spamming my Q and my E, while Lovely flashes in, slowing Cho'Gath. I use my ulti and try and get a few kills, but it didn't work out too well. We stun Karthus with a Taric, and Taric starts beating on the enemy. Pantheon jumps in because he's a dumb fuck, and Nunu is running into turret dive. It's not working on his part, so he backs out. We came out on top of that fight. Now, as you can see, Cho'Gath and Caitlyn are trying to kill this turret bottom. It doesn't really work out too well for them, because Karthus is one of the best clearers of minions in this game. He just spams his Q and holds down his E, clearing a whole minion wave in about 3.5 seconds. As you can see, with that minion wave I just cleared right now, Collective is going in as Taric to try and stun and get a kill on someone. I wall Cho'Gath while harassing him with my Q. This won't get the kill, but it'll assure them to get out of the lane. Now, as you can see, Nunu gets flung into a trap near the turret. He spams his ulti because that's really all that Nunu can do ever. I'm standing in the grass right now, secretly. They don't know that I'm there. I blocked the Caitlyn's ulti from getting hit by Nunu because I don't want him to take a full amount of damage. Nunu slows down Cho'Gath while I try and go back into the fight. I flashed because I did not want Cho'Gath to catch me anywhere that I wasn't safe. Pantheon jumps into the fight, and some reason he stuns Ashe. I go in on Cho'Gath and we all get the kill. Leona jumps in stupidly and I just try and spam my stuff. I'm going back out of this fight because I don't have any mana, and I want to make sure that I have mana to ulti if the fight goes any worried. I'm now recalling to regenerate my mana. As I said, I wanted to have enough mana to ulti just in case that I needed to get some kills. Karthus is very good at getting kills because his ulti kills people that are low health anywhere on the map. I currently teleport minion to get a huge creep wave. Karthus is really good with farm because, as I said, farm gets you gold and gold gets you items. I'm ultiing because I know someone is low health and I get the kill on Leona, making me legendary. A fight is initiating middle. We are coming out on top of this fight because the other team is really bad. I try and spam my wall on Caitlyn, slowing her down a percentage amount. I am now killing Leona. Leona is a very easy kill because she always just jumps into the middle of our fights. I kill her, not getting the kill, but Ashe gets the kill, making our AD carry more sufficient during the video game. I ulti now because the game is surrendered. That comes with a GG and a victory for me. This gives me more victories on my profile for people to look at. Thank you for watching my Karthus commentary, and I really hope that I hope you like me.